Hello and a very good evening to you, or perhaps good afternoon or good morning, wherever you're joining us from in the world. It's so lovely to have your company on this Wednesday evening here in the UK. Of course, with it being our Wednesday evening show, it's all about beautiful beginnings. We're going to be taking things right back to basics. This is the perfect place to start. If you've never tried crafting before, then hopefully we will be absolutely inspiring you to pick up your paintbrush, your pen, whatever it might be, and just get creative. And of course, we're going to be having lots of amazing products to tempt you with as well along the way. Of course, I'm not alone for this show. I'm joined by the wonderful Sheena, who is going to be demonstrating and sharing with us lots of hints and tips. Lovely to be back with you for this evening show, Sheena.
Thank you. Good to be back with you as well, Lily.
Lots coming up, I'm sure. I cannot wait to see what Sheena's got in store for us. I'll be with you for the first half of the show, then we'll sort of having a little bit of a tag team again. I'll be passing on that baton to Leann. Leann will be back in for that final hour of this evening show. So lots to look forward to, lots to pack in. But of course, without further ado, I do have to mention a few exciting goings on that we've got here at Crafters TV all this week. Of course, it is our summer news event. Well, if you've not tuned in already this week, you might be wondering what that's all about. Well, if you tuned in January, a lot of you guys absolutely loved our January news event. And what it is all about, it's like bringing back that January event, taking it right through into the summer and giving you a new launch every single day throughout this week. So we've had a launch on Monday, which were those amazing shimmer sprays. I'm sure we'll have a little look at those later on in this show. Yesterday was all about the Venetian Grace, and today, of course, it's all about a brand new Sheena launch. And as if bringing you a brand new launch every single day throughout a whole week wasn't amazing enough as it was already, we'll also be bringing you double points on every single order you place. And also, we've got a different free gift every single day. So whenever you're spending over £10 or $10, you'll be picking up your fabulous free gift. Perhaps you're going to be collecting these and actually getting and ordering every single day, so you can collect each and every single free gift that we're giving to you throughout the week. Today it's all about the Sarah Signature Country Lane collection. Your cottage window stamp and die set is exactly what you'll be getting for absolutely no added charge when you fill up your baskets to just over £10 or $10. Love this one. You get that beautiful window design in both your stamp and your die format. Love these little ditzy flowers you get as well, and the coordinating die. But of course, we've included that as one solid die, so you're not having to line up several different flowers. You've got the one die which will line up all over those stamped images, so you get that beautiful result every single time, nice and quick and easy. Of course, we've got the beautiful flowers, so it could be a springtime or a summertime window, but perhaps you're going to be taking that window all year round, maybe even for Christmas, bringing out some of your faux snow, or your glitters will completely change the look when it comes to this fabulous stamp and die set. But that is your free gift for today. And of course, double points, which is absolutely incredible. Now, I did say we do have an amazing Sheena launch coming to you today. We did focus on that on this afternoon show and this morning show a little bit as well, but of course it's all about those beautiful beginnings tonight, all about taking you right back to basics. And of course, we've got some incredible products that are going to enable you to get professional results even if you are brand new to crafting. Now, one of the colouring mediums that I'd say we probably don't feature as much as perhaps we should here on Crafters TV, and for me it's one of my personal favourites. It is our incredible ColourBlend pencils, and we're actually bringing to you the full collection of your ColourBlend pencils, which is absolutely incredible to get all of these pencils included. So if you are new to pencils, perhaps you've never used a ColourBlend pencil before, this is an absolutely brilliant collection to get your hands in. On every single tin, you've got 24 different pencils, giving you 96 in total. Beautiful if this is going to be a gift. Look at the presentation tins that these are actually enclosed in. Absolutely beautiful and perfect to store these in. I have to say, I actually keep all of my pencils within the tins. It just makes sure that they're nice and secure and you know exactly where they all are. Such a range of colourways within each and every single tin. Tells you on the back exactly what pencils you're getting included. And within this collection, we're bringing you the Essentials. For me, the most important pencil in here, it's got to be that white one. You'll be using that time and time again. We're also going to be bringing you the Natural set. And again, a lovely mix of colour tones that you're getting within here. You're also going to be getting your Primaries colour set. And then finally, a very useful one for adding those highlights, for adding those low lights, and that shading as well, is your shade and tone. 96 pencils in total. Absolutely incredible to get you blending. These are the ones that you're not using water with. You can blend straight from the pencil. They are wax based, or of course you can be using your blending solution and your blending stumps to help you blend these to get those really realistic shaded results. I have to say, just before the show we were talking about this, no word of a lie, I couldn't quite believe that price on your screen. Many moons ago I bought all of the tins. I'm very lucky to have the full collection. I paid $24.99 for one tin, and I bought all four, and quite frankly, given the amount of use that I've had out of these and the fantastic results that you can get from them, I was quite pleased paying that price. But today we've got over 60% saving. For all four tins, your Platinum Club price is $31.98, or if you're over in the US, it's $44.74, which for 96 pencils, I think you'll agree, is a pretty phenomenal price. And don't forget as well, double points, and that's over the $10 threshold, which means you will get your free gift as well. Now, it's all good and well seeing all those lovely pretty colours, and yes, you can see the great value, but of course there's no value in a product if you don't know how to use it. And I think I know a lady who might be able to inspire us and teach us a little bit about these fantastic pencils.
Oh, well, I've got them ready to play with, Lily.
Oh, that's it. Let's have a play.
The thing is, you know what? There's the ratio of cost to quality is just ridiculous. That is, I've never seen a price like that for pencils like this. So if you're thinking about it, don't think too long.
No.
Shall I show you a little bit of shading, a bit of colouring in with just the pencils to start with? Now, the thing is I haven't got any. I'm going to do it without even stamping anything out, just so you can, to show you a little bit first, because the plan is I want to use this stamp very soon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of mixed media. All right, so mixed media in the art world basically means it's not where you're thinking of texture pastes and canvases and things stuck on and all that. Mixed media in the art world means more than one medium on one piece of work. So in this case, I'm going to use the duetting pads to colour in with. Because if you're new, you may not have used ink pads to colour in with, and it's a great technique, so we're going to do that. But then to intensify the colour and to just make the colour richer and deeper and bring out some accents, I'm going to go over the top with these pencils, and that's what these are great for. So even if you don't want to, because it's more time consuming to use just the pencils for any colouring, it is a more time consuming process to use just the pencils, unless you use them with the blending solution. Let me show you what I mean. So if you use this pink, for example, now the idea is if you tend to be heavy-handed, some people will go straight in with the pink and they'll hold it really close like this, and they're like that. Whoa, look at that. And they're putting all that colour down in one fell swoop. If you tend to be heavy-handed, what I would suggest is hold the pencil further back to start off with when you're colouring, because you're going to get a better blend and a better finish if you build up the colour gradually and slowly, which is what I was saying about it being a slower process to blend with colour pencils. Because what you're doing is the pencils don't have anything, a binder as such that will soak into the surface of the card. It's sitting on the surface of the card, and the only way this is clinging to the card is because of the tooth that the card has. So this multi-purpose card is perfect for these. It works great with the pencils. And so by going over and just building it up little by little like this is how you are going to get a better, smoother finish. Yeah. Now I've still got room to go there because I can see there's a little bit of fuzziness going on there, Lily. But what'll happen with eventually with your pencils, if you keep blending, you will get to the point where you've filled the tooth of the card. And if you've tried pencils before and you've thought, well, that didn't work great for me because it just looks, you know, it's gone shiny, it's patchy, it's just gone all, it's basically because you've gone in probably too heavy-handed. So lighter pressure, build it up slowly like this, and what you'll see is you'll be able to get a really nice transition from one colour to the other if you put it down in thinner layers. So build it up like this, and absolutely as well sharpen the pencils. Don't be scared to think, well, I'll get more coverage if I have a blunter point. You're actually better off having a sharper point with the pencil. So can you see how that one colour to that colour has gotten a really nice transition? I'm not sure what this one, well, let's try another one. So this is basically what we're going from one colour to the next and just blending in like that. That's what you can do. You're going to build it up slowly. Now, a time saver, there's time savers here, Lily, right? So one time saver is to use your blending solution and your paper stump. So if you, for example, use one of the darkest colours, let's say this one here, and I want to shade a flower, for example, and I put the colour down like this and I want to go from darker to lighter, I can really concentrate this colour to go over that area a lot more than I would before. Can you see how it's darkening, how it's deepening the intensity?
Yeah, I can
and I'm
see
using less here. So basically what I can do now is I can use the blending solution. Now the best way to use the blending solution is to do what I've done in the past, and that's get a little jam jar, put a sponge in it, and put some blending solution in that, and then you just tap your paper stump onto the sponge that's in the jam jar, rather than dipping it like this straight into the solution in the jar, because look how much it soaks up. You're getting loads soaked up and you don't need that much. So what this does, this breaks down the wax of the pencil and it makes it more like a blending a water-based water-soluble pencil like the Aqua Blend.
Okay.
But the benefit is it's still wax, so it's still going to resist a water-based product. So can you see how that's gone completely smooth now?
Yeah.
So the other way to get that kind of smoothness is what they call burnishing. To basically, you need to keep going with your blending. You keep going until you basically have filled the tooth of the card, and that's when you get that smooth finish. But it is more time consuming to do it that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, perfect.
So can you see how that's becoming smoother now? So what's happening is the surface of the card is kind of like this, the surface of the card like this. And what you're doing with your pencil is, if you imagine it's cut crossways, is you're putting pencil in here, and putting pencil in there, and putting pencil in there, and then you keep going and you imagine another one, you better. And then when you get to the top, there's nowhere for the pencil to cling, and that's when it becomes shiny and full. And that's the last part of when you're colouring in with pencils, and that's what they call the burnishing stage. So if I think, yep, that's it, that's where I want it to finish and I want that to be, then I can go heavy pressure with that and I can get that really super smooth finish. But know that once it gets to that stage, I can't put any other colour on top of it, because there's nowhere for that colour to cling. I've filled the tooth of the card, we've reached maximum capacity here, and all it's doing is just sliding wax on wax across the surface. So be warned that if you do that, if you do that too heavily, where we did that at the start, that's where there's nowhere to go, Lily. So which is why you want to build it up slowly. What you can do is, to get out of jail, is if that does happen, you can break it down with your blending solution and maybe break that wax down a little bit so that you can get a little bit more colour on the top. So if I wanted to add like a yellowy colour on top of that pink to make it more of an orangey colour, that may help me, because what I'm doing here is I'm making that sink further down into the surface of the card rather than just the tooth by using the blending solution. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's breaking down the wax, so the wax is less kind of waxy, less slippy, the surface. So I may be able to get another colour on the top of there if I wanted to do maybe an orangey kind of blend with it, which I am able to there. Can you see how that's affecting that?
I see that.
Yeah, so that's just basic things to know when you're using your coloured pencils. That's basically it. And keep sharpening them. Don't be scared to sharpen them. But can you see how now we've got a really pretty sunset kind of looking transition now? So we've got that orangey to the pink.
Yeah,
so hopefully that's explained how to the basics, very quick whistle stop for as it's a beautiful beginning, showing you how the pencils work and the principles of it. But that being said, shall we colour in one of the gramophone?
Let's do it. Yes.
Let's
Say a few hellos first. We've got a lot of people joining us. We've got Pammy, Fred171, Patsy's joining us. We've got Derry Durant's joining us, Daniel Pierce Holland, Fred171. We've got Melanie D, Leslie, Brenda, Carol saying hello. We've got Philip Watson, Kim saying, oh, happy summer solstice. Tim Season, Sean Peacock. She can't believe the price of the colour blends. Yes, I was exactly the same, Sean. Melanie D is exactly the same. Incredible deal on these pencils. Sherry Miller, hello everyone. She's back again. Lisa is saying hello. We've got Lois, we've got Lynn Morton. Gosh, we've got so many people joining us. We've got Lisa, Barbara, Pauline, Roseanne Carbone and Andrew Bennett as well. Wow, so many people joining us and so looking forward to Sheena's inspiration. Lots more tips and hints coming your way.
Fantastic. Cheers, everyone. So what I'm going to do, Lily, is I'm going to start colouring in this gramophone. I want this to look like a brass kind of really shiny kind of thing here. So I'm using this this gorgeous, which one's this one called? Sunrise Glow.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm going over with this, and there's the lightest colour here, and just using water, and you can see how well that just goes onto the card just really easily. It's a great way of using your inks to colour with, and hardly any ink as well. I'm just splodged some of it on my work mat there, and this is really going quite a long way.
It certainly is.
And then I'm going down to this red colour here because I want this to look really shiny, brass, and I'm going to layer this up as I'm going. So can you see, just keep adding the water to blend it. So we've got, if we want to put pencil on top of that, we've really taken away a stage really quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that pencil's going to sit on there and it's going to fill those, the bits of paper. You're not going to see the white showing through anywhere near as much as you would have done had we not done that. So it's a good time saver to then put the pencils on top, which we'll do pretty soon. So I'm going to continue that on this here. So I want the top of it to be really quite light. So going with the lemony colour, that yellow, and then to the orange.
And are you working on to watercolour card, is this, Sheena?
Sorry?
Watercolour card are you working on?
It's not, it's the multi-purpose.
Okay.
Yes, that's the beauty as well. So that's in with the bundle. I thought, as it's in with the bundle, let's see what we can do with that, Lily.
Yeah.
And loving it. So it's working a treat.
Brilliant.
So
Love
we
that.
pop that there like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm using some of this purpley colour, which is the aged Merlot, was it? Vintage
Merlot.
And I'm using that as the darker tone. Can you see how I've got the like the shade in there? Just to let you see where. So that's a clue as to where to put the darker tone. Now, so don't worry if you think, oh well, I've got a limited palette here. You've actually got more than enough to make something that looks pretty cool. So can you see how that's coming together there with all that shading, with just those few colours, and you would never know that was that limited palette.
No way.
Already.
No way at all. Amazing.
So we can continue with that, Lily. It's the same kind of thing. So let's do this bit here with that brass kind of look. All these bits here will have really shiny, kind of brassy stuff. I mean, you could do that canopy like a colour if you want. You know, like a nice teal would look good too.
Oh, yeah.
But just to let you see how that's going. And then what we'll do when we add the pencil can give us some an expanded colour palette and also more intense colour where we want it. But that's more than enough there to get the first layer down where we need that to be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix a brownie colour for this bit here. And you can see that's already starting to look browny there.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
And so the secret to that is we definitely want more of this vintage Merlot. Make sure you don't put it on a wet part when you do this. So if it's wet, don't put a nice, clean, new ink pad on a wet area. It's okay if you haven't diluted the ink, that's fine, but if it's dryish. So what we're going to do here is we're going to mix some of this yellow and this purple and even some of that orange in with this yellowy colour here, and that should give us a sort of a browny kind of there.
Oh wow, yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Gosh,
so,
yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what you do is on your colour wheel, and don't worry if you haven't got a colour wheel, it doesn't mean you've gone colour in until you get a colour wheel. I hardly ever look at it, just look at it a couple of times, remember a couple of bits and then forget it and continue playing, because life's too short to keep referring to the colour wheel.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, but just know that on the colour wheel, the opposite colours, when you cross the streams, you're going to get a brown, okay? So green and red make brown. Orange and purple are also, you're going to get a brown. So, but that's good to know for when you're doing something like this, because it means that you've expanded your colour palette just by having that little bit extra knowledge there. And if I want to warm that brown up, I'm just going to put a little bit more of that orange on there.
Oh yeah, fabulous.
See, to give it a nice warm glow.
Love that.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Gosh, you'd never think, would you, that you'd not used a brown ink pad. It just looks like you've gone and used a pure brown ink pad for that. Incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why, you know, it's good for, like, Beautiful Beginnings is a great thing to be able to show you bits like this for mixing. I think if you get confident with colouring, and especially colour mixing, then there's no stopping you. You know, no fear, because there's nothing holding you back, is there?
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
So this record player, I'm going to just put a little touch of like kind of maybe a purpley tone here, because I want to come back with that. What we'll use is either the black from the water reactive ink pads or a black pencil to make it look more like vinyl. I may put a little bit of a purpley tone just under there to give it a base colour so it's not white around there. And then I can continue with the other colours on here, but I'm going to wipe this up because I'm running out of room, and we'll do the foliage.
Just while Sheena's wiping, let's say a few more hellos. We've got, honestly, so many of you joining us this evening. It's absolutely lovely to have your company. Pammy's saying, oh, she's distracted, waiting for a CC box to come. She'll be here any time now. Fingers crossed your delivery will be here soon. It's always exciting when you get new goodies, isn't it? Mary Pat 1000 saying, good morning, everyone, from sunny and calm Montana. Beth is saying, good afternoon from North Dakota. Yes, Leann is absolutely fine. Don't worry, she will be back for the second half of the show. She's just got... she's a very busy lady doing something else for this first hour, so I'm with you between 6 and 7, and then Leann will be joining you for the next hour. Samantha is saying good evening to us all. We've also had Maria's in. Unfortunately, Maria said it's thundery in Ludlow. Thundery, yeah.
And again, oh no, that's where I'm off to, Lily, after the show.
I didn't know whether I should read that one out or not, Sheena, but yeah.
Every night we've had this, like, it's been lovely, but I've never seen thunderstorms like we've had recently.
Have you not?
Oh, MG, absolutely, like, yeah, impressive.
We've not had any up
when
here,
you're in a
really.
van and a tent.
Oh dear,
But, yeah.
not what you want, is it? Oh.
No, seriously, like, I've never seen so much rain, but it hasn't lasted long. It's just been really, really dramatic for a short period of time, and then, like, that's it, done. Over it.
Hopefully by the time you get down there later,
I'm sure it'll be
pass
gorgeous.
through.
Yeah,
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'll take the sun with me.
Yeah,
Really.
it's beautiful here this evening. Actually, I sat outside for about half an hour before the show. Lovely and warm, sunny, beautiful day. No sign of thunderstorms here. Probably as soon as I go to leave tonight, the thunderstorms will probably come. But fingers crossed, the sun stays. It's been a beautiful day here. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's been warm in here today.
Oh gosh, yes, it has.
Yeah.
I've had to get the fans out and all sorts. It was a little bit warm in here.
We're just not very well equipped, are we, in the UK, for any kind of, like, weather other than, like, moderate in the middle somewhere.
If it's too cold, we can't cope. If it's too warm, we can't cope.
Yeah,
too much rain, we can't. Too much snow.
Exactly.
No, just got to be middle of the road.
So what I'm doing, Lily, I'm just using those two greens. I used the lighter one as the base colour to just cover the whole thing, because it's easy to darken a colour. And the darker green I use then over more sparingly to put a little bit of contour in this this foliage here, this plant. So that's as much as I need to do at the minute before we get the pencils into the mix.
Oh yes, I'm excited to see how this starts to take shape.
Yeah, it's fun to do. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put this orangey colour here on this pot like that, that, and then we'll go ahead with a little bit of a reddy kind of tint.
Yep.
And if you can actually make it look quite terracotta-like.
Yeah, love that.
But just by adding, if we pop a little bit, if you put green in this, it goes kind of, can you see it's gone like kind of greyish colour?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it mutes it. It takes the brightness away from the vivid colour away from the red. We need to put some cute little umbrellas on this little thing here, and we need to put a colour on the table. So you can put any colour you want. I think we should have pink umbrellas, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I think
sounds
so.
good to me. Nicola and I is agreeing, so yeah, sounds like it's got to be done.
Yeah. Oh, I just picked up the wrong colour. Did that? Picked up absolutely the colour that I wasn't intended to pick up. What am I like? All right, so we'll pop that on there. Pink umbrellas. We could do one of each colour, but let's do them both pink. And the pink drink Leann had earlier.
Oh.
So we'll do kind of like a kind of sunny kind of drink, and we'll put that cherry in it there.
Yeah, I like
orangey
that.
kind of thing, orange based. And we'll put that little red there for that little cherry that we've got on the thing. And with the glass, I'm going to pop a little bit of the dark blue.
Okay.
Just a little bit over there. So bearing in mind, this is just the base coat that I thought we would do for the, we can use the pencils after that.
Yeah.
It's just a nice way of, again, just you know, building on your skills and giving you options, isn't it? If you want, so it's however far you want to take it, at whatever stage you're comfortable with saying, right, I've done enough there, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so we'll colour this table in. What colour do you want the table, Lily? What do you reckon?
Oh gosh, choices.
I know, it's your call.
I think a blue. What
A
about
blue?
blue?
I'm
Yeah.
liking that. Yeah, we'll do
Let's
blue.
go for it.
Blue, I'm good with blue.
Yeah.
Good
Gosh,
call, Lily.
I'm not, I tell you what, Sheena, I'm not good with choices and things like this. Big choices, I'm all right. Choices of colours or what dye I'm going to use, what paper pad, I am terrible. Or what dessert I'm going to have, I also cannot make that sort of decision.
Oh.
Yeah, decisions like that, that's the thing. I have all the ink pad colours in front of me and no, can't make a decision. So it was quite a quick decision that for me.
But that's a good point. We're all like that, you know. Sometimes if you're stuck like that with colour palettes, have a look online and look for popular colour palettes and
Yeah,
things.
great tip.
And work around that, because you know when you're collecting like the Spectrum Noir range and you've got all loads of colours to play with, it can get a little bit overwhelming. You think, well,
definitely.
where do I start? I've got so much to choose from. Narrow it down and then also mix those colours together to get other colours, and you've got more chance of those colours working together because they literally are from the same palette. All you've done is basically just mix them together, so you're getting like the secondary colours and things from that. So I'm just going to fade this out a little bit here just to make it look a little bit like it's just fading into nothing instead of a harsh line.
Yeah, that looks brilliant.
And then what we'll do is we need to get some, it's pretty, but it's got no contouring.
Yeah.
It's a flat kind of colour, so tonally it's flat. So if you were to half close your eyes and look at that, the colours are pretty, but there's no light and dark, there's no shade and there's no highlight yet. But that's what we can do with our pencils. So I'm going to dry this, Lily, then we'll come back and regroup and use the pencils.
Fabulous. I shall remind you of the incredible deal that we've actually got on these pencils that Sheena is just about to use. What a fabulous sort of demonstration that we saw at the very top of the show with Sheena explaining exactly how these pencils work. Sort of like the almost like all the knowledge, all the skills that you need in order to understand actually how pencil colouring works. And it really does help you when you know exactly how to use a product and why it works in that way. Don't forget, as part of this collection, you're getting 96 pencils in total. All 4 sets that I'm about to show you for a Platinum Club price of $31.98 or $44.74. Of course, with it being part of our summer news event, that means you're also going to get double points and your free gift, which makes it even better. First of all, we've got our shade and tone set, 24 pencils included in that one. Next, we have our fabulous primaries. Again, another 24 pencils included in that collection. And of course, all of these are coming housed in these beautiful presentation tins makes them a great gift, but also perfect for storage to make sure that they're all going to be stored perfectly, nice and securely. And then finally, you're also getting your essentials as part of this collection. I love the fact that in this one you're getting your black and your white as well, some lovely flesh tones and hair tones included in this one. So a real mix of different sorts of colours you're getting across that collection of 96 pencils. Honestly, we've had so many comments from you guys at home, can't quite believe the price. I was exactly the same when I walked into the studio tonight. I was kind of like, Nicola, are you sure that's the right price? Are you sure it's 60% saving? Apparently it is. It might be a mistake. We don't know, but it's been confirmed. It's there on the screen, so you guys at home can take advantage of that incredible saving while we've got it in stock. Now I think it's time to get back over to Sheena to see how incredible these pencils are when you actually get using them.
Fabulous, thank you, Lily. So what I've done to get this for, I've used the card that's in the bundle with the stamps. So that's the multi-purpose card, and I've stamped it using the waterproof dye ink. So because I know I was going to use it in a watercolory fashion, it was important I use a line and ink that isn't going to bleed when I add water. So and it's really easy. I mean, it says, does what it says on the tin with these ink pads, which is fabulous. So that's the one you want, waterproof ink. And I've used the duet ink pads to splodge them on my mat and just literally colour in with them. So instead of using them for these fabulous oxidised looking backgrounds and things, just so they can see that you can actually colour in with them too, was a great thing to be able to do.
Definitely.
And mix them together. But what I'm going to do now is let you see how I would use my pencils to enhance those colours and to go over the top of them to give it even more drama and depth. So what I'm doing is I'm using this brownie colour, and the thing is with copper and brass, and it's really a lot of the colour, you think it's going to be all orangey, and to get that look of shine, often there's a lot of black in there because it's that contrast is what makes it shiny, from the black to white to where there's like no colour there at all. So that's what I'm going to be featuring quite a bit here. So I'm using a light pressure and I'm going to build it up just little by little. But already, can you see how that's looking darker there? I'm even going to use, let's try this darker colour, and I'm going to use a black in there as well, because that's what's going to make it look shinier. So just going over lightly, and then check this out, Lily, look at me. Oh, I'm brave. I don't care. Look at that.
Go for it. Whoa. Why not? It's a Wednesday evening. Let's go for it. Why on earth not, eh?
So light pressure, just go over. Now what you can do as well is you could go over with that blending solution if you want to, if you can see the little bit of the pencil work on top, and you think, oh, I don't want that, I would rather have it nice and blended and smooth. You can do that, but beware that if you've used the waterproof ink, it might bleed. Okay, so if you'd used the water, the one for the pens, for alcohol pens, the other ink, you would be okay with that. So, but I didn't do that. I used the regular ink, so I don't think I'm going to have that option unless I was super, super careful.
Would it work if you were to stamp and then heat emboss with clear embossing powder?
Yes.
Could then you sort of go both ways if you needed to?
You could, yeah. I'm not sure if the blending solution might dull the embossing powder a little bit.
Possibly.
It's worth a try though. Yeah, worth a try. So can you see how that now is looking? And I'm going to actually do these little kind of things here. I'm going to darken them. So I'm using quite a strong pressure there just to darken them. Yeah, because you can either go lighter or darker with them, but I've decided I'm going to go darker with them just to make it look a bit more dramatic. But look at how much more depth and contrast that's got.
Just so much more lifelike, isn't it?
Isn't it? And that's the same. So the black, so don't be scared to use the black. The black is going to be your friend, because that, especially if you want it to look like shiny metal.
It's a little bit like when we talk about your black card in your mats and layers, we always say don't be afraid of using black card for your mats and layers. Same sort of idea as what Sheena's doing here. She's using that black pencil. Don't be afraid of it. It's actually making those brighter colours pop even more. So never be afraid of using black, whether it's in your colouring mediums or your cardstock. It really does make a massive difference, as you can see there.
Absolutely, Lily. So that's what, just go for it, girl, go on. Seize the day, carpe
for it.
diem,
Why
girl. So can you see how now much brighter that is?
Amazing.
What you could do is if you want to put a highlight there, you could always use a white pencil as well to go back over that if you've lost a little bit of that.
Oh, yeah.
So under here is really dark, Lily. This bit here is really dark there. The turntable is more of a browny kind of colour, I think. So we'll do that kind of brown at the sides.
Okay.
So just take your time, build it up slowly, but we definitely want a black record on that turntable, okay?
Definitely.
So I'm going to use this, the black pencil again. Now, really what I would like to do is sharpen this pencil because it's quite fine detail here, and to get in, to keep it as sharp as I'd like it to be and not fuzzy, I would definitely stop and sharpen the pencil. But can you see how much better that looks there, hopefully?
Absolutely,
with that
yeah, I can
record
see that.
done on there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So, and again, we can make this around here darker because it's going to cast a shadow. The clues are there for you for that because I've already put the crosshatch in there.
Yeah.
So just follow what I've got down there like that.
And
So
of course-
circular movements,
Yeah.
Lily.
This is one of Sheena's brand new stamps that we have brought to you today here at Crafters TV. You'll find all 3 sets of stamps, your multi-purpose card and your stamp cleaning solution as part of that Showstopper, and that will be on the Shop the Day page. So if you check that out over on the website, if you want to get your hands on this fabulous new stamp, then absolutely you'll find that over on the website.
Fabulous, thank you. So what I'm doing as well is this is where you could, to make things even easier again, you could have used that black ink pad
Yeah.
and just gone over the top with that as well to give it the shading, and it would be another time saver rather than using the pencil for that. But I thought we would just concentrate on the pencils for now, just so you could see how to bring them in the mix. Shall we have a try with the blending solution on this table? So
Yeah.
this blue was really bright and vivid, so I wanted to take it down a little bit, not just at the shading, but also with the rest of the colour, with a little bit of the black over the top, just to tone it down a little bit, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll make that darker under there
Yeah.
and around here. And then we'll try that blending solution and that stump and see where we're at with that for that base. But it really does make it, can you see how much more impactful in 3D it's
Such a
looking?
difference, isn't it? It looks absolutely incredible. Now it looks really 3D. It's almost popping off the page, isn't it? It does
Yeah,
make a
absolutely.
massive difference.
So
Ooh, look at this.
what's happening here is we're losing a lot of the blue underneath. So, but that's okay. We've now got a black table. Yeah, so this just shows the power of the pencil. Don't underestimate the power. So what's happened is, because the pencil was showing some of the blue underneath still, because of that tooth still being apparent, yeah?
Yeah.
But when I've done this, what's happened is it's blended that, and it's really shown the pigment in there. It's just one of those things that you've got to accept and go, well, okay, I had a blue table, I've got a black table now.
Yeah, we've just redecorated, that's all. New tablecloth, you know.
Yeah, you just
mixing
kind
it
of,
up.
yeah, just go with it. But that's basically how, that just shows how much pigment is in these pencils. Once you break it down, there's absolutely loads. So had I known the next time I did that, I wouldn't use as much of my black on that if I wanted to keep some of that blue showing, because it's pretty dark now, and I've got a feeling that's exactly what would happen there if I did that as well. It just intensifies the colour. So we'll pop that there, and we'll do a little bit more of the colouring on the gramophone here. So I'm going to just go ahead and do some kind of panels here to make it look a little bit. There you go, like that.
Fabulous. We are loving this for sure, and a lot of you guys at home feel exactly the same. Lynn Morton says she just bought the pencils. Sue's joining us from Montana again. Faye's also joining us from Kent. Pammy, she's saying, she's looking at this, she really wants a martini. She's finally over the pineapple upside down cake craving though.
Oh yeah, pineapple upside down cake is like, wow.
Yes, I think we need to go out looking for one of those. I think we've all got a little bit of a taster for that. And George and Nicola also need to try one, because I cannot believe they've never tried one.
I haven't tried it. Oh, bless you. Oh, I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
So what I'm doing is I'm looking at where there would be a little bit of shading as well. So this would here be casting a little bit of shadow, and in here where this little panel kind of indents there, we can pop a little bit in there, a little bit of shadow on the side of this here, just for a little bit of contouring. But I'm not going to go too much more with this, the leaves. We could make those leaves look a little bit more 3D. I definitely need to sharpen these pencils. When you get your pencils, right, even though they look like they're sharp, just sharpen them. All right, because you need a point on them to get the detail going. And when you sharpen them, you're supposed to turn the pencil sharpener, not the pencil.
All right.
So I don't know if this is the right pencil sharpener for this, but if you hold your pencil straight and turn the pencil sharpener, you've got less chance of snapping the lead in your pencil. Look at that.
Oh,
that's it.
That.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
It's like a weapon, that now.
I was thinking lethal.
Yeah.
Watch out with that. Oof.
But that's what you want. You want a nice point to the pencil, because that's going to allow you to get in and get that detail, especially when it's a smaller image, and really you can be much more precise that way.
Definitely.
So can you see how now I can get this leaf kind of contoured much more effectively, because I can get into all those little bits. So I can make this one here look like there's indentations where the veins are.
Fabulous. Wow, look at that detail. But all the details are already in the stamp, so it's really just a case of following those lines that the stamp's already laid down for you. It makes it a lot easier to get those realistic finishes. Like I always say, the hard work really has already been taken care of. You can just enjoy the process of laying down that colour and just really seeing that image come to life.
So that's much easier, Lily. I should have stopped before and sharpened those other ones before I started, and I didn't. And I tried to kind of work through it, but you would get a much better finish if you just take time out and do that, because it does. The little things like that make a huge difference when you see your project come together, and you can see the difference where you've had that ability to do the shading in a more controlled fashion.
Absolutely, wow. Love this technique. I think it looks absolutely fabulous. I'm sure a lot of you guys at home are probably the same as me, and you probably didn't think of using your Duet ink pads alongside your ColourBlend pencils, but wow, you can see how they work absolutely perfectly hand in hand. If you've not already got your Duet ink pads, do check out the website. It's our current pick of the day. So not only are you getting a fabulous saving on a collection of 11 of those Duet ink pads, you're also getting double points on that, but that offer is only valid until just before 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So do move quickly on that one. Perhaps you're going to be starting your colouring journey. You're going to be treating yourself to Sheena's new stamps, a pack of those ColourBlends, the 96 pencil collection that you'll see on your screen, and also those 11 ink pads. What a fabulous place to start that colouring journey. You really will be away with so many different options when it comes to colouring, when it comes to your background, your layering. You really will be able to create some incredible results, even if you are brand new to your colouring.
Right, Lily, I'm going to leave that there, and then we'll start playing with a background, I think. But that hopefully will show you how you can make that colour pop even more.
Absolutely fabulous, doesn't it? Just that layering of the two different mediums together, and exactly as Sheena says, that's exactly what mixed media is. Mixed media is not a style, it's not slinging a load of paint onto a canvas and putting a load of layers and making it grungy or anything like that. Mixed media is literally mixing your mediums, which is exactly what Sheena's done there. She's used her Duet ink pads, she's also used her ColourBlend pencils, and my goodness me, what a match made in heaven to get incredible results like we've just seen there. Of course, if you're wanting to pick up those ColourBlend pencils, we've got the details on your screen for you there. Your ColourBlend 96 pencil collection, you've got your essentials, your naturals, your primaries, and your shade and tone. 96 pencils in total for £31.98, or if you're over in the US, that's coming down to $44.74 if you are part of Platinum. And don't forget, of course, double points on that, and it is part of our summer news event, so you'll be getting your free gift with it being over £10 or $10 on that fantastic collection of pencils. Just absolutely brilliant. So many different techniques you can do with your pencils. Love the fact as well that they're coming in these lovely presentation tins. Great to store them in, makes them great as a gift. Perhaps you're looking at this and you're seeing 4 separate gifts for your crafty friends. Maybe you're going to split these up. Perhaps you've already got one set, but of course making great gifts for Christmas and beyond, of course. Absolutely fabulous bundle that we've got here when it comes to your ColourBlend pencils. Do check out the website for those and all of the other goodies you'll find over on the Shop the Day page. So many goodies. Of course, we've got our brand new stamps as well that Sheena just focused on that particular demonstration. We've got our pick of the day, like I say, which is your duet ink pads, and so many more goodies besides. That rotating design board as well. Do check that out. We've been having a little look at that before the show. We're all quite excited about that one. So if you've not got your rotating design board from Tiffany, do check that one out for sure. Now, I think it's time to have a little bit of a background playing session, so we'll get back over to Sheena and get a few more techniques.
Right, Lily, so I'm thinking we'll do kind of a warm brownie kind of vintagey background.
Oh yes, let's do it.
So we'll I've got the colours I'm going to use. I'm going to start with this lighter colour, so I need to get my brushes. Sunrise Glow, I've got my Sweet Clementine, there we go.
Sweet Clementine, do do do.
There you go, every time.
Yep, of course.
Every time. Rosy Apple and Vintage Merlot. There's no Vintage Merlot. No.
Oh.
Vintage Merlot, got it. And then Spring, it's just that spring. Right, okay, we're good to go. We may not use all of these colours, but we've got them out ready just in case. Now, I am going full on, heavy-handed on this background because I'm not worried about getting a fabulously blended kind of transition from one colour to the next. My interest is merely to get colour on the card quickly, all right? Because we're going to layer it up. We're going to use, I think we should use the shimmer sprays on top of this as well.
Do you know, I think it'd be rude not to, quite frankly.
Sorry?
I think it'd be rude not to.
It would be rude not to, Lily. It would be very rude not to.
Absolutely. We've had a fabulous suggestion actually come through. Nicola and George in my ear, you'll love this suggestion. This has come through courtesy of Liz Art, and quite frankly, I don't know why we didn't think of this earlier. She said, in regards to our pineapple upside down cake, why don't we get our Christina in the cafe to make one?
Oh, of course.
Suggest it. She'll love that. Yes.
Tell us
Liz Art.
until the next time I'm up then.
Yes. Yep. When are you next in, Sheena? Do you know?
Week on Wednesday. Not
Week
next
on
Wednesday, the Wednesday after.
Right. Nicola, are you in tomorrow? Us two must remember tomorrow. We need to go and tell Christina a week or 2 weeks today. We need pineapple upside down cake. We need it. Preferably vegan, but you know we can't ask for too much. As long as the other guys can sample it, that's what we need. Yep. Tracy likes it with custard as well. Yep. We need to try
you know what? I've got to say, guys, I'm doing this card, and it's taken ages to cover it. You know what?
Go on.
This is not the card you're looking for. I'm thinking, why is it taking forever?
Go on, what have you used?
Okay, it's a card that lovely Julie, I think, prepared for me. And it's so smooth, it feels like Nina or something. It's got no tooth, so I'm thinking I'm going to be on all night covering this one.
Yeah, getting a sore wrist.
I think we need to go back to you, Lily, while I cut another bit of card with the multi-purpose card, because it is so smooth, the surface of it, which, bless her, it was nice for her to cut it for me, but it's literally no tooth on it. There's literally nothing there.
Yeah.
So it's the colours, it's just not, and it's quite chalky, so I need to change the card.
No worries.
All right.
It just goes to show how important the cardstock is.
Literally, the whole show's going to be gone by the time I do it.
So we've got a few more comments. People absolutely loving all the techniques that Sheena's been showing us. Funny K just asked, are you using watercolour or multi-purpose? Well, it will be. multi-purpose when we come back in just a moment. But of course we do want to be showing you these incredible ink pads that Sheena has just been using. This is our current pick of the day, so this deal will actually run out at 10:59 a.m. UK time tomorrow morning, so do grab this one while you can. Double points on this one as well for 11 ink pads in total from what I'd describe as the latest and the greatest as part of our ink pad family here at Crafters TV and Crafters Companion. They are your duet ink pads, and what they do is they give you that beautiful chalky finish, but they're also a fusion between the different types of ink pads, which allows you to get so many different techniques, techniques and effects you can get with these. Of course, by adding water, you'll get that chalky oxidized effect as well, like no other ink pad that we've got within our range already here at Crafters Companion or Crafters TV. So they do just offer you something a little bit different. You can still stamp with them, you can even heat emboss with them, you can do all your blending background techniques with them, you can paint with them like we've already seen, dilute with them with water if you so wish, but so many different techniques that you can do with these incredible ink pads. 11 of the duet ink pads. If you are in the Platinum Club, that's taking your price down to £47.19 or $70.79, and of course double points on those, which is an incredible deal, but do of course get them while you can. Now I think we're all cut to size with our brand new card stock. Of course, Sheena is working onto her multi-purpose card with these fabulous duet ink pads, and I think she's all raring and good to go to carry on this background.
Right, so there's still quite a bit of ink in to go, just saying. Yes. Of course, hot in here, I'm worn out.
It is warm, isn't it? Really warm.
So it's basically, with these ink pads, a way to, if you want to cover the background quicker, is you could gesso the card first, and the ink moves around the surface even quicker. So it's a good way of getting the colour on there in a quicker kind of fashion if you want to. Okay?
Yeah.
The other problem in this studio is that it's so warm, so everything's drying super fast, faster than it normally would. So just be aware of that. But this is okay. I'm not worried about, like I said at the start, I mean, that's clearly not a great blend, but I'm not worrying about it. I'm just splodging colour on. I'm not even trying to blend it out that much because I just want a good coating of colour on this card so that we can move on to the next bit.
I think so often we get hung up about having that smooth blend and having everything really dead smooth and no lines. But you know what? Sometimes you want a little bit of texture. You want that added bit of interest. So don't always think it's all about getting that smooth blend transition. Maybe
I'm going to add more, Lily. I'm going to add more texture in a minute. So it doesn't, it's kind of like, it would be kind of madness to blend it all out. So just continuing like this. Oh, this is a big bit of card, Lily. Oh. Okay, got anything else to say, Lily?
Absolutely. So let's get some comments in. We've had, honestly, so many people joining us tonight. So many people are loving the demos that Sheena's bringing to us. Jeffrey is saying, oh, happy days. We got Lily and Sheena this afternoon with the great Superstar on CTV. We've got Beth saying, oh, exciting times for you, Beth. Just returned from the dollar store to find a Crafters Companion package on the porch. Oh, exciting. Have to let us know what you treated yourself to. Super, super exciting. Whenever you get your goodies coming through your letterbox. Linda is saying she's saying hello. She's on a quick lunch break, but it's lovely to have your company. Stephanie's joining us, saying hello to crafty friends Sheena and Lily. Hello, Stephanie. Beth saying good afternoon and evening. Oh, Polly, you're completely right. Totally agree with you there. She's saying, Sheena, you are an amazing artist.
Oh,
absolutely,
thank you.
yes. Kay, I think this is about the table that we coloured in black instead of blue. She said, it's a happy little accident, it looks great. Well, do you know what? I agree totally. I think it did look fabulous, that table blended in black. So it just goes to show, I always say it, when it comes to crafting, there's no such thing as mistakes. Just happy little accidents, just sort of getting to your destination, a slightly more windy route if you like. That's what all the fun is all about, just having a play, having an experiment and seeing what you come up with. And at the end of the day, if you're really not happy with it and you can't find a way to fix it, let's be honest, it's just a piece of card. You know, all the fun is all about the experimenting, so never worry about it too much and just have fun playing. That is what it's all about. Loving the colourways here. That's reminding me very much of a sunset. Really does love those colourways.
pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Warm and glowing. And we're going to get, we're going to like take it down a bit more. We're going to add a colour, actually the opposite on the colour wheel, to make it a bit more browny and less vibrant. And it seems a shame. Can you see how that's all blending in now? You have to get a level of colour on your card before it'll start to blend. But as I said earlier, I'm not worried about that because I'm going to literally put more texture in it. So I'm not interested in it being super smooth, but you kind of it's getting super smooth anyway. Yeah. But that's not where I'm at the minute. I'm just literally wanting colour on the base so that then I can start stenciling over it using the sprays and getting some interest going with it. So can you see how that's dirtied that up a little bit using that vintage Merlot, because it's kind of like a more of a muted kind of purpley colour. And then if I really want to take that colour back again, I can use some green even in there, and that'll make the where it hits the red. Remember when we said opposite colours on the colour wheel? Yeah. Make brown. Well, that's what's going to happen when you look at it. All the colours are just going to kind of like it'll look overall like a warm brown colour, but you'll be able to see in it individual colours showing through. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it certainly does. I'm loving that addition of
what
green.
We're starting to get here. So really, and that's the beauty of these inks, is that they layer up like that. So if a regular dye-based ink, one would just blend with another, but these actually sit on top, don't they? So you get that interesting different diffused look that's going on. So almost done, but I would use this background just as it is, because I think it's really pretty just as it is. But we're not going to stop there because we've got too much to play with, Lily.
Absolutely, yeah.
We
too many
need to
goodies.
get some more stuff going on here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Which is exactly what we're going to do.
Fabulous. Of course, we bring you so many mixed media goodies here at Crafters Companion.
Right, I'm going to cease and desist there.
Oh, yes. Let's go for the next layer.
Right, so that's what we've got in the way of like, can you see all the different colours showing through?
Look at that, wow.
So we've got green, we've got some red, we've got oranges, we've got the warm golden kind of colour, and I really like that as it is. I just think that's a nice background, good to go. But because we've got more to play with, we're gonna do more to it.
Oh,
so let me just wipe this background up.
Yeah.
And we'll have a little play with those pretty sprays.
Oh, I think we've got to. I was hoping you were going to bring out the sprays, I have to admit.
They are so cool. Well, I'm loving it. You see, what I love is if I was like, just a heads up, if you can go for all of them, I would do it.
Definitely.
But if you couldn't go for all of them, I would absolutely say buy those two to start with.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Because you've got, this is just a silver shimmer in a clear liquid, so that'll go on top of anything.
Absolutely, yeah.
And this is gold in a liquid, which will go on top of all your warm colours as well. And mix and match them. So they're perfect starter ones to go for. And they'll go on top of any of your inks, any of your water reactive inks, your duets, anything like that. Colour medium. So they're a great thing to do. But let's warm this up more. Let's use that. Let's use some of the green.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Let's just get into the mix. Now this one is really strong, this one. I don't know whether to use the deep seashell pink or the golden. Let's use the pink.
Why not?
Really. There's another one here called Firelight Sparkle.
Ooh, lovely.
So, it's too much to decide.
The colours are just yummy.
Firelight.
Beautiful.
All right, so what I'm going to do to start with, Lily.
Yep.
I'm going to start with the gold, and I'm going to put my picture out the way because I did that earlier.
Definitely a good idea.
The further back you hold it, the more you're going to get an even distribution of your sparkle over the surface. And commit to the spray. Don't be hesitant. If you press it down quite quickly, you get a better diffused mist.
Okay, great.
If you go slower, is when you're more likely to get like big splodges. But even that there, even though it's not dry, the amount of sparkle on there is just, can you see the shine?
Incredible, isn't it?
Bear in mind, those inks are by nature a chalky finish.
Yeah, of course.
So that's just that one. So let's try a little
next?
bit of this one as well. Now this one might be a little bit more splodgy, yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah,
because
I like that.
I like that look, but we've got a way to get around that if you don't like that look. And the green, so I'm trying to just think of bringing out some areas of interest.
Yeah.
So the other thing you can do, Lily, is you can get your sponge into the mix and take a little bit out and spread it around if you want, and have that little bit of texture kind of just again smooth it out. You could even, if you want, spray it onto your mat, pick your green up and then just pop a little bit over the top like this, so you've got a little bit more texture over the top. So instead of a really fine sparkle, you've got these little veins that you're creating in there as well. So it's got it looks kind of like you know, like minerals or something. Let's pop a little bit more of that red there as well. These are just so much fun to play with.
It's almost reminding me of, and it's probably going to sound a bit daft, some sort of like fantastic dinosaur's egg. Do you know what I mean? Like some sort of amazing, fantastical, fanatical dinosaur. It's egg. I'm not quite sure where that's coming from, but yes, loving that. I think it's looking fabulous.
So check that out for a background that's not even dry yet. How cool is that?
Incredible.
It's like, it's super, super, super blingy. If you could see the bling in reality, it's off the charts. And that's not even dry yet, so it'll get even more blingy. So what I want to do is I want to have a clean up. I've got to dry this before we can go any further. So that'll be great if I can have a little minute to do that.
Fabulous. Well, we'll just give Sheena a moment just to dry that all off, and we're going to give you guys at home a chance to check out those baskets. When we come back after the break, our lovely Leann will be joining you for that final hour of the show, but we're just going to give you a moment to sort of take a little breather. Sheena's going to dry off that background. It gives you a chance to check out your baskets, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those 3 people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away, we're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comforts of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafter's Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part, and it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Mwah, Sarah, I can't help myself every time. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Here I am. I'm like one of those bad pennies that turn up when you're not expecting it. I'm really pleased to be back with you this final hour with Sheena with her amazing stamps today, with this fantastic Showstopper bundle that we've got for you. I need to do a little catch up and find out where we got to, Sheena, in the last show. Well, here's what we did. We coloured in a main focal point, Leann.
Yeah.
We used the duets as a base coat on that. Yeah. And then we went over with the pencils to really make that pop and make it even more 3D. With the ColourBlend contrast, yes. Ooh. Yeah, so we really popped the colour, we made it much more impactful, and yeah, that's what it did. So it was kind of like, we made it sharper, made it brighter, made it more, well,
that's in your gorgeous, face. But what is that under your hand?
Well, that is the background. That's the beauteous. So these are the same colours again from the main picture. We picked out colours that we'd used and then blended the background, and then we've used 3 of these fabuloso pretties here. We used Summer Meadow.
Yeah.
We used a bit of the old Firelight Sparkle and the Gold Dust.
Aren't they fabulous?
Aren't they fabulous? Absolutely stunning. Because the thing is because there's colour in the glitter as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't disappear. Even if it goes like a red on top, green on top of a red area, you still see the green over the red, which is really cool. And that's what makes it more interesting. Look at that. Look at that. It looks foiled. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's fabulous. Look. You could just look for ages, couldn't you?
You could.
So that's where we're at. Now I'm going to go over with the water reactive dye again.
Oh, so there's a video surprise for me. Have you seen it, Sheena?
No, I haven't.
Have you not? Oh, Nicola's the only one that's seen it, so this is a surprise for me.
Wow.
It's from Terry Anderson. Okay, I'm ready. Now, can I just say, can someone get me a tissue? I'm full up.
Terry, that was absolutely lovely. I'm so proud that I genuinely need a tissue. I'm full up. Terry, I'm seriously so thrilled that you've sent that in. I can't tell you how much it means to us. Isn't it fantastic, Sheena, when somebody...
So
Terry's done the whole Academy of Colour.
All of that. Wow.
That's 18 months of education.
Wow.
And 18 months of launches. Thank you. How soft am I? Honestly, I really have enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Terry, because it means the absolute world when you put all of that effort in. And for you to share that, it's made my year, Terry. Thank you so much. I'm really touched that you've taken the effort to do that, and your colouring looked absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. Well, you know what? This is for nothing unless you guys are getting something out of it. Because what we do, we'd be in your kitchen doing this.
Absolutely. Yes.
So
absolutely.
That's what makes it matter. Honestly.
Terry,
fabulous.
Thank you. I'm so grateful that you took the time to send that in, and that Nicola surprised me with it, because I hadn't seen it, and it's special. It means a lot, and you've done such a good job. So many of you have through Academy of Colour. There's 5,000 people in that group.
I'd not seen any of that Academy of Colour until last show I was in.
Yeah.
What?
It's fantastic.
I need to get a bit more knowledge on that whole thing, because it's right like up my street.
It really is
at the core of what.
But then all the way through all the education classes, I've referred all of the time to a really good friend taught me this, and you're that really good friend.
Oh, bless them.
So for everybody who's been through the 18 months where you've heard me say, and I didn't know this until a really good friend showed me, this is the really good friend on the show I'm with today. So, it all ties in, doesn't it?
Oh, bless you. Thank you. Well, that's, you know what, that's made my day, Leann. Made me, brilliant. That's fantastic, because I think the ethics and everything of what you're doing with that is brilliant, because that's so empowering, colouring, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Right, so... Speaking of colouring, we're not using any colour right now. We're using the opposite. We're using black. But we've gone full on with colour. And so what we're doing is we haven't used this stencil yet, so I thought we would, Leann. Why not?
Yes, it's a nice one.
Cool. It's lovely,
do you know, I don't think I've used that one either. Yeah. That might be an underused stencil.
I know. It's so detailed, so patterned. But it's so quick as well, though, to go over like with your blending tool like this over the top like that, and I've got a feeling this one matches up as well, Leann. We'll see if we can match it up. Oh, it was the second yeah, I don't even know how I managed to do that. I'll probably never be able to do that again. It was like seamless, Leann.
Was it?
Yeah, there wasn't a hair's width in the match.
There wasn't a fly's eyelash.
Not a fly's eyelash. There was like... I couldn't work it out now, did it, Nicola? Right, so I've just moved that a little bit. That's the really worrying thing. So I'm just carrying on like this, and if it moves a little bit, just reposition. I mean, I've got my hand over here, so I'm hoping you can still see what's going on.
Yeah, we can.
Just trying to... All right. Woo!
Oh.
That's nice, isn't it?
That is nice. That's an underused stencil.
Right, now here we go. Here we go.
No pressure.
Oh, here we go. Right, I think about there. I'm going to say, I'm going for there.
You're going there?
I'm going for, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like, again, that golden shot thing, isn't it?
It is.
But I'm going to say there. Right, let's do it. It's going to be close enough, Leann, I reckon. Going for it.
I'm excited. I love watching you do this. I'm mesmerised by it. Here's the thing. When I'm working, I could just sit here and stare at the screen and not say anything, because I'm enjoying the experience just as you are. And I think it's just all of those fabulous techniques. It's the inspiration, it's the years of experience, it's the confidence to give things a go that you might not have felt confident having a go. The breaking down of those techniques into really easy steps that make you feel like you can do it. And I genuinely mean that. When Sheena and I first met, I couldn't even pick two pens that went together. I could not colour a jot. And everything I know came from you.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah,
thank you. Well, you know what? It's good team, Leann. Back together.
Back together.
United
and we're misunderstood. I'm going to put that on the list. That's
Another
a
one on the thing.
fantastic tune, that's going on, Sheena.
Yeah, there you go. Right, so
Peaches and
whoa, that's what did that? Look at how close that was. I caught the edge of the stencil there, but that would have been. Look at that, it's almost perfect.
Look at that.
Clear there.
I mean,
wasn't
you
bad.
are a joy to watch with that.
What?
That's fantastic.
What? So I'm nearly done. It's a bit of an epic, this, but it's going to be worth it. So, you know, we'll get through it. We'll get it done.
It's going to be worth it.
It's going to be worth it. I just need to match this up a little bit. I'm going to see about there. Let's just do it. If it's not perfect, it's fine. It's just that little bit. Close enough. Get the job done. Do a little bit of a vignette around the outside, I think, Leann, again, because that just finishes
that really
it off.
does make it pop, doesn't it?
Yep, I think so.
Do you know, I would never
look at
ever...
that.
Oh, that's bob
That's
on.
my best one. So yeah, look at that. So that just shows these stencils, even though that you're paying less because of you're not paying for a big chunk of Mylar, easy to store.
Yes.
Less room. You can just keep going.
I love that.
Perfect. Yeah.
Absolutely love that. And I didn't know we designed them that way. So thank you for revealing that to all of us, including me.
What an epiphany.
Well, look at that, aren't we clever? And I didn't even know.
No, look what we did. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that.
Do you know, I would never have thought it's true. I didn't have a clue.
Oh, yeah, they lined it up. Yeah.
We did it like that, so the tessellate, because we're clever. I would never have been confident to do the black like you're doing there, Sheena. I would have been scared. I would have picked a rust or a dark orange or maybe a brown, you know, like a seal or something like that.
Yeah.
However, that black works better than you could ever explain or hope for, doesn't it?
I think it does too, because the thing is that you still see the blink through it.
Yeah.
So even though it looks dramatic, it just mellows out the other colours in there. But look at that.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Look at that. That's those sprays are just phenomenal, Leann. That little bit there, without that little bit there, we were on a winner chicken dinner, but that'll cover up the thing. We'll cover that up.
Yeah, we'll stick a topper on it.
It'll be fine. So that's going to be stuck on there like that. I'm going to glue that on there. This guy's going to come back here like that on there.
Oh my word, I can't breathe.
What do you reckon?
That's
Nice,
going
isn't
to be demo of the day, isn't it?
Do you think? Right, okay, we'll pop that. We've got to stick this together now. Got to commit to it.
And are you vignetting the topper or not?
I don't. Well, I've stuck it on the black. It doesn't mean I can't do it because you wouldn't see. It'd be black on black. What do you think? I was tempted to because it's very white. Very white.
I think I would like to see a vignette on the topper.
Do you want a vignette? We'll vignette it.
I think so.
Yes.
I mean, what do I know? But I think it might be nice.
Yeah. Right, that's that there. Let us do it then. So that's how it looks now.
Yeah.
If it looks horrible, Leann's ruined it, okay?
It's my fault.
Don't
do it if you don't think it'll work. Don't do it if you don't think it'll work. She's done it.
Oh, we're doing it. Look at that. Doing it. Yeah, we're doing it. We know no fear. So what I'm looking for is this blending tool is a bit old, so be careful when your blending tool's seen better days, because what can happen is what's happening with mine, it can chew up a little bit, especially on the side edge of the card, and what you get is like skates on ice. So these little bits here,
yes,
it's just a bit irritating, so try and clean them away if that's happening. Get a new blending tool, but just for time and we'll just work around it at the minute. So I haven't even put any more ink on here. I'd rather just put on what we've got on that blending tool because it's had a lot of black ink on over the day, but I think it's going to be probably enough, maybe a little bit more, but not much more to give it that vignette that it looks. Just mellows it down a little bit, makes it less bright. I don't want to go like, oh, look, see. Yeah,
I think it gives it atmosphere.
I'm picking up those little bits again. Yes, it does. It makes it look more vintage, doesn't it? So it glows in the middle more because we did that. That'll stick on there like that.
Yes.
That's it, isn't it?
I'm taking half of the win on that.
You're going to take
just to say, please, can we have
what Leann did? She telepassed everything from across the studio.
I did.
Yeah.
We were like the, what were they called? The tomorrow people.
The tomorrow people. Oh, I love that, yeah. I was talking about earlier.
What?
Only you can see me, Jeff. Only you. Remember?
Yes.
Randall and Hopkirk deceased.
Randall and Hopkirk deceased.
I was watching it, Leanne, just last night because, I was doing a bit of retro. And I was saying, I saw this bloke and I thought, he looks familiar. And you know who it was?
Who?
A very young David Jason.
No way.
It was. He didn't. You don't imagine him ever being young, do you? You know, because he's always
He's always been parlarking.
He had to be like in his 20s or something.
Really?
Yeah, young, fresh-faced, young thing he was. Yeah.
When I want to watch a bit of vintage TV, hello.
Oh yeah. Oh, The Policeman's my favourite.
The Policeman, my favourite.
He's excellent, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. If I was speaking a foreign language, that's how I'd be speaking.
Me
it,
too.
For sure. There you go.
That is, I can't put into words how incredible that is.
Like in that one.
Absolutely.
Should we just call it a night then?
I mean, the background, Sheena, and how it frames that design. Speechless. It's absolutely gorgeous. It does literally look like a picture on the wall. Like that's the wall behind, and then that's the picture.
That's what I like, is when you get the story and it ties in. It keeps the feel and the mood and the kind of the it's kind of like the keeping with the story, isn't it? And the time period.
Absolutely, it's gorgeous. I tell you what else. I'm trying to think. That background reminds me of, like, I'm going to say like Thailand. Lovely foiled, like sari fabric that's got the shimmer through
like
it.
Moroccan,
like Moroccan with a pattern on
like
it.
Brass and,
like
and
brass.
copper. And,
yes.
Yeah,
I think
it's really nice. Those stencils, I love them. They're so
really
literally have every pack of those stencils. They are right up my street.
Are they?
Yes, because
we might be doing some more.
Absolutely love them.
Might be doing some more.
Wow.
Didn't hear it from me.
Okay. That'll be on my
list.
list.
And if you say it was me, I'll deny it.
Right,
so we've got that fabulous Showstopper for you. And can I just say, appropriately named, because every single thing that Sheena has done for us has literally stopped the show. It's been so fantastic, honestly, just so inspirational. 3 gorgeous stamps. 60 sheets of multi-purpose cardstock in here as well, and you've seen Sheena using the multi-purpose a lot. I've got a few questions I'm going to fire Sheena as well, I think, in my little group there, the social group, and you're getting a whole bottle of this stamp cleaning solution with your 3 stamps for £28 or $32. You're also getting your double points today on absolutely everything across the web, not just what we've got on this show, everything across the website. If you're near our level, if you've got a few points to get and then you're the next level up for the next tier of savings, go shopping. It's the time to do it when we've got double points. Get levelled up, save an extra X% wherever you land. It's the best way to do it. Right, now there was a little question here about Gesso. Well, first of all, Brenda Monroe, if Lily asked this, please tell me to shoot and stop. Brenda Monroe, can the brushes be used with the shimmer sprays?
These brushes?
I would say no.
I wouldn't. I'd keep them just for your blending because the shimmer sprays don't need it. To blend, no.
No.
These are for blending or dry ink.
Yes.
With a shimmer spray, this little guy is all you need, a bit of kitchen sponge like that. In fact, if we've got time, I'll show you what we can do with that. We could do it now. We could do it in a minute. We'll do it in a minute.
Okay, brilliant. Okay. Mary Cilia, question for Sheena, please.
Yes.
Please, how do I put gesso on the multi-purpose cardstock before inking for backgrounds? Thank you.
Your big brush, that one that you get in your set, your Royal and Langnickel. That's all I did. Brush it on. Squeeze it on the tube. Brush it on. Let it dry, or dry it with a heat gun. That's it. You could put it on with a sponge even if you want to be quicker. Again, kitchen sponge, gesso, like that, quicker.
I just whack it on.
You whack it on.
It's so easy.
Yep.
It just settles.
Absolutely.
Just however you feel best.
Yep.
Patricia says, what's the difference between the Duet pads and the Harmony ink pads? they're both water reactive.
Right. So, well, you developed these, so this is the best. It's that oxidation, isn't it? It's the fact that these are also opaque. So this means that they layer up. So they keep reacting with water, so they're more chalk finish as well. So if you like that in chalk paint finish, you've got that kind of finish with these ones. I think in a nutshell, that's the essence of the difference in them, that you can heat set them to fix them. You can literally sit one colour on top of another. So for example, if I used water reactive inks and I put yellow down, and then I went over the top and blended some blue on the top, guess what colour I'd get?
Green.
Green. If I put the yellow down and I put the blue on top with these, and then I set the yellow and I put the blue on top, I can keep going and you get blue, do you?
Blue, yeah. Correct.
Or you can still get green if you put it on paler, that's the point as well.
Yes.
So if you want to layer your colours up and have a bit more control with them, I would say the duets are the way to go. Would that be about
I would completely agree with you, yes. Perfect answer. Andrew Bennett says, those colours that Sheena's just done would look fab, this is a blast from the past, with the India collection that Sheena did years ago.
Oh yeah, that would look really good.
That was a fantastic collection.
That was nice, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's one of my favourites.
I love that.
And
yeah,
Dave
that
the
was
Dead.
really cool.
Then bring it back in my ear. Honestly, it was divine, wasn't it? It was absolutely gorgeous. And then there's a couple of comments. Colleen saying, Leann, you've taught us so much with the Academy of Colour. It was awesome. I learned so much. Thank you. Thank you, Colleen. Terry says, thank you, Leann. I'm so glad you liked it. It was an experience of a lifetime, and I'm proud to have been on the journey with you.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you, Terry. Pam says, I love Academy of Colour. I thought I knew a lot, but I always learn something new every time. Thank you very much. Colin says, wow, beautiful. Phil says, not Bernie the Bold, it's Sheena the Shot.
I love it.
Now, so look, everybody's saying, wow, great shimmer, so gorgeous, this is stunning, love it. Makes me so happy that I've bought these. Absolutely awesome for a mail card. It looks great, what a beauty, thank you so much. So gorgeous, stunning, 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 wow. I've got about 60 comments in here, Sheena,
fabulous.
from everybody
Thanks,
saying how much they've absolutely loved it. Sandy Priscon, what is a good size of pipette to buy for the shimmer spray bottles? Can't wait to get my shimmer sprays. I bought a bundle of 50 off Amazon for like £1.70.
What was that?
The size of the pipette.
Oh, a pipette?
Yeah, it's just like about 4 or 5 inches long. You get them in a bundle on Amazon.
They're cheap as chips, aren't they? The little plastic ones you go like that.
Yeah, the squeezy ones. I got about 50 for
yeah.
£1.70. Just get them on Amazon,
Yeah,
do that.
Amazon,
Any size is going to be fine. Just to get to the bottom of the bottle, I'd say you need about 4 or 5 inches. And then, Sylv Sparkly says, please can I have some giant flower stamps for colouring?
Oh, okay. Well, I think I know somebody who's drawn a flower in a time.
I know somebody who might have drawn a fantastic flower or two as well. Right, so Brenda says, Leann and Sheena, thank you so much for answering about the brushes. You are welcome, Brenda. Over to you, Sheena.
Fabulous. Well, what I thought we'd do is a cleaner background. Shall we do it? Shall we do it with a dotty stencil?
Oh, nice.
Because I love that. I love this card here. So it's a different stencil, but it's kind of an homage to these
got one
colours.
here as well.
And that's really pretty. So we're going to use the stencil, and we shall put the, what am I looking for? I'm looking for Raspberry Ripple, that's the one. So I'm going to start, as usual, with my lighter colour, and I'm using the brushes this time, Leann, okay?
Hey, there's some new cards appeared here.
There's new card.
Have you done
yes, I did, yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was me, it was a fake cop, it was me. It was me.
You. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is lovely. This is what you taught me ages ago.
Yes.
That little blue house.
Yes, just blending the colour out.
I still rattle that technique out now, Sheena, all these years later, because it's quick, it's easy, it's impactful. You look like an artist, you feel like you've accomplished.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If it works, then why, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. If it works, just keep doing it, change the colours out, gives it a different feel completely. Yeah, I've moved me thing. Oh, look at how cool that looks though.
Okay, let's have a look. We're back with Sheena.
Look at that. That's just the raspberry.
How have you done that?
That's just the raspberry with the brush.
Never.
I love that.
I was
going to get more colours in that, but I just...
Is that the raspberry duet?
Yes. It's lovely, isn't it?
Wow.
How is it that difficult? You know, I've lined up that really complicated pattern before. This
Yeah.
one's got me beat. Oh no, I've got it. Simple circles, and that was it. I was out. An elaborate pattern, and I'm your woman, but nope, can't work that one out.
I bet you're good at wallpapering then. Can you do the matching?
Well, I'm not actually.
Are you not?
Nah, I'm not. Haven't got the patience for it. Like home deco and painting, the worst bits, walls, woodwork, oh no.
Oh, I don't like any of that. I like putting wallpaper on.
Do you like putting wallpaper on?
Yeah, I get a lot of satisfaction out of that. I like to do the matchy-matchy where
Do you?
can't see a seam anywhere.
Nah.
Okay, that's going on the playlist. Nicola
that
is
is
singing I
lovely.
Can't Get No Satisfaction to me now. So that is Satisfaction, Rolling Stones.
Right, well, I don't think I'm going to have much chance matching this up, so we're not even going to try, okay? Because I think... I know I haven't admitted defeat, Nicola. That's like,
Doesn't
rubbish.
that purple with that pink look delicious?
Let's try that there. Let's try this. It's lovely, isn't it? That,
Yes.
Well, I'm thinking we'll go clean with this one.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, I was saying earlier, if you're only going to buy 2 of those sparkles, which if you can get them and they're on the deal, absolutely do. But if you can't, and you're thinking, which 2 will I get? My absolute 2 go-to would be the clear one, and the gold one.
Yes, and we had a question in this group. I must find out who it was. Somebody asked, Phil, oh no, it wasn't Phil. Where are you? I'll come back. Phil Watson. Phil. It was Phil, I remembered. Is there a transparent shimmer spray that can be sprayed over print ink to make it sparkle?
That's exactly what we'll do now.
Exactly what Sheena's going to show you.
Exactly what the plan is.
Yeah.
So there you go. Look, it's okay where it does little bubbles overlap. I
Do
don't
you know
mind
what?
that.
That looks fine. I don't think you need to kill yourself.
No.
Lining it up, that looks lovely.
I think that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm happy. That's fine. I'll sleep tonight. I'm okay. I'll let it go and move
You
on.
won't wake up in the night going, oh, me bubbles didn't
My
line
bubbles
up.
didn't line up. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was a great day, but my bubbles let us down.
I think now at 7:30 in the UK, we might be suffering a little bit of exhausted hysteria. I think you can be excited for the next 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, giddy. You know, when the kids are just like, they're overtired.
Oh,
Oh,
they're bouncing off the walls.
You've gone too far, lady. That's what I used to get. You've gone too far now. So we've got that background there, which I think is really pretty.
I love that. Can I just say again, I would never have gone tessellating that along on a big background.
Yeah?
No, I love it.
I think it's fine. You could overlap it and do more layers and upon layers, and that'll look really cool.
That would look amazing.
It would look. Should we do a little bit more? Do you want to do a bit of that? Because we can, yeah. Let's just make it bubblicious. Right, let's do a bit more raspberry. Bit more raspberry ripple. And the thing is, with the second layer, you could always make it paler. All right, so which is what we'll do, which means it'll be quicker, but it's all about layering, isn't it?
So then they would look like they're in the background,
exactly,
and the
Leann.
darker ones in the foreground.
Precisely, yeah, and that's what makes it look, again, more arty, more interesting, instead of just whacking on the same kind of level. Look. Better, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's where you have less of a worry about the join. Now I'll sleep tonight, okay? Now, that's it. Sleeping like a babe now, Leann.
I will be anyway, I think. It's been do you know what? It's been a long day, but a fantastic day. I've loved every minute of it.
It's fun, isn't it?
Fun.
I really do enjoy.
Me too.
Doing this, and I have to say, I do enjoy loving doing the shows with you, Leann.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Vice versa.
Yeah. Oh, you guys, where are you guys? So I'm just continuing
I
like
think
this.
it comes across that we're genuinely good friends. Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
And I think that if I'm, crafting, nobody's doing this because it's like you have to. We're doing it because we want to, because we want to feel better doing it. So isn't it better to see people who are enjoying what they're doing?
Yes.
While you're doing it?
Yes, absolutely.
Don't be serious when you're crafting. Life's serious enough for all the other stuff we've got to be serious for. have a laugh and enjoy it, and
I
just
completely
take the pressure
agree,
off
Sheena.
yourself. Have a laugh.
It's an escape, isn't it?
It is escape,
It's an
absolutely.
escape, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm liking that.
I
muchly.
love that.
Look at that. But I'm thinking.
Oh.
So this is what I was saying about that. This is going to look so pretty.
It is going to look pretty.
It's so pretty. So I'm going to give it a shake and then spritz, baby. So even if it's a little bit, oh, it's so pretty. Right, I've got it like a bit of an extended area there, but I'm going to lift that up. We're going to wipe that up. Again, if you wanted to like mop up, have a background ready, then mop it up, you can basically do that instead of wasting it. But there's loads of bling in that. So let me dry this. And then we'll see the shimmer
See what
on
it looks like. Apparently, it's the longest day today, Sheena.
Is it?
It's the summer solstice. So we're all feeling a little bit...
that's what it is then.
Because it's a mystical day.
There'll be a moon wobble or something, Leann.
Yeah, something like that. And if it's a mystical day, you need a bit of fabulous shimmer in your life, don't you? Now, these are those fantastic sprays that Sheena has been showing you in her demos of the backgrounds, and the ice silver that she's just used on the background. We're going to see it in a second. There's all of the 10 colours that you get in this bundle, and you're getting all 10 of those, all 10 for £44 or $60. And honestly, for £4.40 or $6 per shimmer spray, and they're going to last a long time.
There's a lot of bling per bit of liquid. It's not like you've got to spray loads of liquid to get any of the bling out of it.
That's an excellent point, because I've had them in the past where I've had to use half a bottle practically. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent point. So they are going to last you well, and you're going to have a fantastic time with them. And don't forget, you're getting double points on that as well, which is phenomenal. So the Showstopper sold out, and this is the little bundle that we've put together for you after that. And you've got a bit of a saving there, £44 or $60 and double points, and your free gift, because you've spent over 10 of this fantastic Country Lane stamp and die set to make that beautiful window. Our summer news event, I think, is proving to be extremely successful. We've got a brand new launch for you every single day this week. This is the third Showstopper we've had for you this week, our fabulous stamps from Sheena. And then we've got another 4 upcoming over the next 4 days. So do tune in with us, because we'll have a new Showstopper every day as part of our summer news event. Are you ready, Sheena?
I am. Whoa, it's pretty.
Is it?
So if you want to go pastel and pretty.
Oh, stop.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh my word.
It's a nice background. You know what I would want to do though? Vignette again.
Yes.
I just think it finishes up. Should
I
I do
agree.
it? Let's do
What are you
the soft
doing? How are you
heather
doing it? What colour are
around
you
the
doing?
outside. A bit of soft heather. Like that. Gosh. And what, again, this isn't covering the mica that we've put on there, so you see more of the texture, more of the bling that you've put on there, because the colour is sitting on the card between the little droplets of the spray, so it gives it more interest again. So where the spray is, it's repelling the ink a little bit more than where the spray isn't, so it brings out that texture more, which is lovely.
Highs and lows. Do you know what I think would look amazing on there?
What was that?
You know the tea tray, just in the monitor,
Yes,
drag the colour out.
absolutely.
You know my favourite stamp, it drag the colour out.
Yes.
I think that
That
on there
would
would
look
look
cool.
lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Have we got time to try one of those?
That was very decisive from Nicola, and that's because she wants to see it. She needs to see it.
Well, I think we'll stamp it in the midnight maybe, because that's a darker. That technique always looks better with a darker colour, because you need to be able to go from darker.
But you could do it in a darker harmony water reactive if you wanted. You
Could do
wouldn't
it
have
with
to do it in a
that. That
duet,
would be a
you?
nice one to do. Yeah, so like a dark purple in the harmony water reactive, but I haven't got one at hand.
I'll get you one.
Thank
and
you.
if it helps, yes. And then
Yes, thank you.
You could vignette with the same colour you've got.
Yeah,
not that I'm
that would be
purporting
pretty.
to be a designer.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
So that is looking.
We've got plum pudding, or we've got plum pudding or damson wine.
I think the cooler one. Is that one the cooler one? Damson.
Yes.
That's the one then. Yes, let's do that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's the background there. I've got some card cut and it's going to sit against that like that.
Oh,
which really
gosh,
shows it off really pretty, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll stick that down
this might be demo of the show day.
And we'll get another one done with the tea tray.
It was. Here's a question for all of you out there. Can Sheena, is this going to be better than the last one?
No pressure. Oh,
but it's looking like it might be.
Do you think? I do like that last one, I've got to say.
I love the last one as well, I have
nice,
to say.
That last one.
I think it'll get my vote.
That's there. It depends if you want to go pretty and girly and pink and that kind of like, you know, colours, or if you like the more kind of like vintagey kind of look. So where's the stamp then? Where'd it go? When I find it, where'd it go? I got it. Okay, so I think I'm going to use the stamping platform for this because I do want to ink it up quite well.
Yes.
And I've got a bit of card pre-cut. Hopefully it's big enough that I can fit it on, because I did trim it down.
Mm-hmm. You know your background you've just done, Sheena?
Yes.
Kathy wants to know, do you know what size of cardstock that is? What size you've done?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Just vaguely rectangular.
I don't
Kathy,
do the
just
measurements.
go with a vaguely large rectangular piece of card, and it'll be right.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, I'm not your woman for measuring. Tell it like it is. No, I can measure it for you in a minute, but off the top of my head.
I'm the same. I just go with the piece that I've got.
Yeah.
Colleen says, it's 2:30 here in Florida and it's still raining, but I'm sitting here enjoying watching the demos and the conversations with both of you. Thank you, Colleen.
Thank you.
Andrew Bennett says, I'm loving that Aero chocolate background.
Yes, that's right.
It's very Aero chocolate.
What flavour would that be then? Would it be like a blueberry or something like that? It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Berry flavour, berry Aero.
Berry
we need to have a word about that then, Leanne. Ooh,
I haven't had Aero for... And my favourite was a minty Aero.
I like the mint Aero. Yeah, definitely.
They did do an orange one.
You can't get it anymore, though, can you?
And here's the other thing for me.
Orange is nice.
Orange and milk chocolate I can't do.
You don't like?
Orange and dark chocolate all day, every day.
Yeah?
Especially if the orange bits are crispy, like in those little sticks where you go... What they're called? Matchmakers.
Oh, I like matchmakers.
I like a matchmaker.
Yeah, any flavour, matchmakers. Lovely.
Look at that. That's already incredible. Now, here's the magic.
So dragging that out. So depending on what your card's like, if it's because this is the multi-purpose card,
yes,
it would. If this was watercolour, it would probably drag out more.
Yes.
But this grabs a little bit more, but that's okay because the benefit is you get more detail.
Yes.
So it retains more detail, and what you can do, the fix is really easy. All you're going to do is splodge your ink on your thing and add a little bit more
shade.
Yeah,
you taught me that last time as well, and I loved it.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, that's it. So, and it's such a achievable technique, this. So this table, again, I want it lighter. So I'm not really worried about the wood. It's kind of just shading itself, because what I do is where I use the texture to create texture in something like the wood grain.
Yes.
What I'll do is to create the shading for you, so it makes it easier when you do this and it contours it, is I'll put more of those shading lines where there's likely to be less light. Does that make sense? So
yes.
It's exactly what I've done, like around this little teapot and things, milk jug there. So I'm just going over quite quickly with the first layer, but this is just the first layer because I want to go back and strengthen some of it, make some of it a little bit more darker and impactful, which is where I will then use the ink on my mat and pick it up and paint it on. So, but most of
But
it's
that's
done
looking
like this.
fantastic
Most of it,
already, isn't it?
Yeah, you're just ready to go.
I love this technique. I feel it's so easy for anybody to
Yes,
do, and you
that's it.
feel like you've achieved. As the first thing you're ever going to stamp and colour, if you do this, you're just going to be so proud of yourself and feel able to go and try some other things.
It is achievable. It's a great one to start with. Again, like you say, Leanne, because the stamp, if the stamp's drawn, this doesn't work with like a cookie cutter style stamp.
Yes.
So if it doesn't have any shading in it and it's just an outline,
yeah,
there's nothing for the ink to grab onto.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
completely
yeah,
get it.
there's nothing. It doesn't hold enough ink. You can't kind of like blend it out because it isn't. There isn't a concentration of ink anywhere. Does that make
No.
sense?
I'm standing here dreaming of a slice of pineapple upside down cake. And
pineapple.
maybe a coconut macaroon.
Leanne, you've got to go to here on Y. They've got a cafe with pineapple upside down cake.
I've sent Simon a message which says, Sheena says we have to go to Ludlow, here on Y.
Yeah.
And was it Shrewsbury?
Shrewsbury. Oh, it might have been Shrewsbury it was Shrewsbury.
Was it
I take
Shrewsbury?
it back. I've been saying here, yes, Shrewsbury. I think we may need to go back there for sure.
So
yes.
he sent us back a message, said, I don't understand. I said, Sheena says we have to go to these 3 places.
Exactly.
So what is difficult about that? Get yourself on booking.com, look for a hotel. And so we were going to go to here first, but if the pineapple upside down is in Shrewsbury, I might have to go there.
Absolutely, that's it. Shrewsbury, yeah. Yeah. Book capital. It is, and it's fabulous. If you like books and you like antique shops and really nice cafes, I love here. If I go missing, I'll just say, I was telling Maria, this is where I'll be. Just look for me in here. That's it. Love it.
So that is your spirit, your
That
spiritual home.
is my spiritual home, yeah. If it was in America, it would be Laguna Beach, but here it is here.
Okay, I'm going to have to go then because you know how much I love a coffee shop. I collect books. I've got a ridiculous amount.
Leanne.
I love them. And my Simon, my husband, Mr. C, absolutely loves an antique shop.
Perfect. You need to go to here then for sure. It's got a great market as well. Market's lovely. Yeah, I bet here does have a pineapple upside down as well, you know. If they don't, if anybody's listening from here, you need to put the word out there.
Get it on your menu.
Don't let Shrewsbury beat you.
And can you please put some coconut macaroons on, dipped in dark chocolate on the bottom?
Oh, lovely. Nice coconut. Oh,
I love
lovely.
a coconut macaroon.
Nice.
Like coconut haystacks that your grandma used to
the
make.
old-fashioned, yes, lovely.
This is looking incredible. And so you're just dipping into the purple ink on your mat now, Sheena?
I am, yeah, just to give it a bit more drama in places, a bit more oomph, so I can increase the shadow around this cup here where it would be kind of casting a little bit, and I can drag a little bit down there, which makes it look a little bit more kind of, see where that looks highlighted now by putting a little bit more of the dark in.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. So just little bits here and there, not too much, but it does make a difference. And we can just make these little bits on there a little bit stronger. I wouldn't do too much more, it doesn't need it, because you can just get carried away. You do still want to leave white card there, because that's your lightest part of this image. It's like when you do watercolour, it's the hardest thing for people when they start watercolour is to leave white card.
Yes.
Because in traditional watercolour you don't use a white paint, the card is the highlight. So if you kind of stick to that as well when you're doing this, don't blend everything to within an inch of its life. Leave some white areas. And so what you should be able to do, the good way to test is if you half close your eyes, you should be able to see like shape and form. If it all looks a bit iffy, it's too impressionistic, there's a bitty, you need to chunk it up a bit. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So yeah, that's and I think
love
that
Sheena.
we will say to that.
Absolutely beautiful.
That's a lovely colour, Leanne, for that. It's a lovely colour, yeah. And that there will sit on, I had a bit of card, we'll dry it, we'll sit it on there, and then we'll put it on the background. So let me dry this quickly.
Okay.
And then we'll see what it looks like. So once you dry it, just set it.
We're all speechless. Nicola's speechless. I'm speechless. Now, this is what I've been waxing lyrical about all day. What Sheena's just done for you there was, when I talk about the blue house with the sheeps, that was exactly what you taught me to do with this little country house with little hills, little sheeps down there. It was like a country lake. And I did it, and then Sheena taught me to put little bits of glue with iridescent glitter so that the snow in the rooftop sparkled. And I was so proud. I was speechless, and I made about 50 for Christmas. I bought all the colours of ink pad, and everybody got a monotone one of those with some sparkles on for Christmas cards that year. And it's still a technique that I go back to. And anybody who did Academy of Colour will know we've done that in Academy of Colour, because I think it's a fantastic, look at it on that card. I think it's a fantastic technique.
A great technique. It's a great technique. So let me
it could be a contender.
Pretty, isn't it?
Yes. Nicola thinks the colour matching's phenomenal.
Well,
we agree.
good that you're there to do that for me, which is perfect.
Look.
And then we'll pop, just look over the top, excuse me head, but I'll just pop that, then say that's there.
That's fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that. So I think we need to start with the first vote, Sheena. We need to do
so the two
cards that you've done for demo of the show.
Yeah, that was card number 1.
And let's then get... Oh. Yeah.
Have you got to see the bling on demo 1? See? That's it, lights up there when you get the light on it.
Okay.
Okay, demo 1.
Yeah, that's exceptional.
Demo 2.
Oh, and I love that and all. Look, but it's got Shimmer 2. Okay, George is number 1. Nicolette, number 1, our first love.
Yeah, I love 1.
And Sheena, you're number 1?
I'm number 1.
Sheena's number 1. I am undecided. I'm going to go number 1.
I think the good thing is, and this is why I love stamps.
Oh, but I love number 2.
That would great work for a man, someone who likes vintage, someone who likes pretty and pinks and purples. That works for them too. That's why we have stamps and why we have all these gorgeous coloured products.
Absolutely, Sheena.
Because you change the feel of it with the approach you take.
I'm going to go number 2.
Well, there you go.
I'm sorry. Because I love that technique. It was my first love of a technique.
Yeah.
So I'm going to vote number 2. Everybody else is voting number 1. I know I'm probably going to be in the minority. So let's see where it's going to go next. Oh, it's close, Sheena.
Is it close?
It's close. We're counting. It's very close.
Uh-oh.
Sheena, your talent... So I have to say this is from Sherry Miller.
Oh,
Message from Sherry Miller.
Yeah.
Sheena, your talent is unsurpassed.
Oh.
I'm stamping on shrink plastic your beautiful apple blossoms and bumblebee, hoping for beautiful charms.
Oh,
that'd be lovely, won't it?
Yeah, lovely.
So, also, Cindy Condi says, painting with water. I could do this with my grandkids. Yes, you could, Cindy.
Absolutely.
Andrew Bennett loves this purple monochrome. Maria says, woo, great effect and very easy to do. I love it. Lynn says, I know this is purple, but it reminds me of the old blue and white china.
Yes, lovely.
Yes,
well,
like the Wedgwood.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I love a bit of Wedgwood.
Yeah.
Kim says, there's an amazing cafe in Shrewsbury right by the river, nice and quirky.
Lovely.
We'll give that a go next time
you.
we go. Maria, highly recommend Shrewsbury, Leann.
It is lovely.
Maria, do I go there before here? Let me know.
Yeah.
Stunning image, Sheena.
Thank you.
Melanie, love that. Sarah Leahy has a request. Leann, I would love to see a panda collection, flamingo collection, and a rabbit collection, please.
Oh, that's diverse. We've got the wind tropical.
Flamingo. My Ada calls flamingos mingos.
Mingo.
Mingo, where are you?
Oh.
And at the moment she likes to be a mermaid. She gets in the bath. She lies down with her head. She goes, I am mermaid.
Oh, cute.
Honestly, she's so fabulous. She really is. Nearly 3. She's fabulous. Colin says, wow, that is just wicked. Yes, Colin, could not have said it better. Sarah thinks both are beautiful. However, there is a winner.
There is a winner. Ba-ba-ba.
And the winner is number 1.
Oh, number 1. Yeah, there you go. Well,
yeah, number 1.
Yeah, number 1, my dear.
So,
Bye.
have you
Yeah,
got...
Leann can have number 2.
Can I?
Yes, you can have number 2.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Have you got your winners from earlier today, both shows?
No, somebody took them.
Oh, they're on the shelf
the
next to... Oh,
shelf.
here they are. I've got them. I'll bring them to you, Sheena, and
Already?
you can show it. They're even better in
Okey-doke.
real life. Oh, that gramophone in real life with the leaves.
Then that, yeah,
It's
nice,
unbelievable.
yeah.
Here we go.
I
There
can't
you
remember
are.
which one we did first this morning.
We did the telephone first.
right.
And then we did
okay.
the gramophone.
Got it. Right, okay. Right. So, yeah, I like the phone. I do like the phone. Hanging on the telephone. Yeah, there's another one. Bit of blondie.
What's the one Gaga does about the phone?
Yeah, number 1.
Beyonce with Lady Gaga, telephone, wasn't it?
Was it? And that was the one that we used the bling on the
Look at
leaves.
that.
There, can you see on the leaves and on the gramophone?
So that, when you see that in real life, the
Yeah, it
bling
looks-
on the gramophone and
looks
on the
gorgeous
leaves
on there,
is
doesn't it?
incredible.
Yeah, looks really cool.
Yeah.
And then there was that one. So
Number 3.
So 1, 2,
2. Oh, no, clear winner for me there, Sheena. I'm going, please record for me, number 1.
Number 1, I love number 1. I do love number 1. I love the phone.
Okay, George is saying 3. Nicola? 3 for Nicola. Sheena?
I want 1.
Number
I just
1
love
for
the
Sheena.
phone, 'cause that to
Sheena
me
and I
is
were
like
divided
memories.
equally.
Yeah.
Number 1 for me and Sheena, number 3 for Nicola and George. Gallery versus studio. But who will win? If we were Harry Hill, we'd be like, fight! But we won't fight because we all love each other. Sherry Miller says there is no second place with Sheena.
Oh.
It's a true story.
Oh,
It's a true story. Shall we remind you about that fantastic Showstopper bundle while the demo of the day comes in? Why not? You've seen these used so effectively during the day. That beautiful tea tray, that telephone, the gramophone, the backgrounds. I can't believe that bokeh effect in the background of that gramophone. That's all those white
gorgeous,
dots.
Isn't it? Gesso.
Stunning. Is that
I
just
bet that's
gesso?
I bet that's it. Here's the thing. Join the enquete. Ask Julie. Julie Temperton.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Stand by. Let us know, is that gesso? Let us know. Look, beautiful designs. All 3 of those high quality photopolymer A6 stamps. Lovely big size to be able to colour and do everything you've seen Sheena do. Plus 60 sheets of your multi-purpose cardstock. Plus your stamp cleaner. You're about ready for a top-up now. We know you are. You got it back in October. And of course, you're going to get your free gift because you've spent 10. And you're getting all of that for £28 or $32 is your platinum price. And on top of that, you're getting double points. Who doesn't want a double point in their life? Certainly not me. We're still waiting. Oh, it's just in. It's just in.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready?
I am. I think it might be 3.
Are you really ready?
I am ready.
Are you sure?
I am.
Number 1.
Number 1, yay! Yeah, the other 2 are rubbish. Bin them.
We Nicola will have number 3. I'll have the purple teacups. Oh my word, Sheena. Can I just say a huge thank you on behalf of everybody here at CTV and everybody at home for teaching, educating, inspiring and entertaining us through today. We have thoroughly enjoyed your time.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed
just
your
coming
company.
in from Julie.
Julie's
it's not
watching.
gesso.
Oh, but trust me, I got it wrong. What is it then?
What is it then? She
Oh,
hasn't
well,
said.
come
She's
on,
just said it's not
Temperton.
gesso. Julie's just like, she's leaving us hanging on the telephone. It'll be white acrylic or something like that, won't it? Or maybe it's a pigment
Come on,
ink.
Julie Temperton.
Sheena, thank you on behalf of everybody here.
Thank everybody
It's been an
as well.
exceptional day and I've loved every minute of it.
Thank you.
Thank you on behalf of everybody at home as well. Thank you for joining us and being so engaged with us today. It really is a privilege every time you invite us into your homes and let us spend the day with you. It is. So thank you so much. Had a gorgeous day. You're going to have another 4 fabulous days of new news. Huge thank you to Sheena. And we'll see you back soon here on CTV. Sheena, when do we see you back?
Not this next Wednesday, the Wednesday after.
Right, so the 5th of June,
Yes.
5th of July.
Yes.
So Sheena's going to be back with us on the 5th of July. I'm back with you, I know not when. I think it might be the 19th of July. but I'm not quite sure. So I'll be back and Sheena will be back with you soon. Sheena sooner than me. Have a gorgeous rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Please stay safe. All of our crafty love. See you soon.